Here we go. Hello. I just kick it on, so I will see how it's gonna everything's work and how long I will be here. I just need to test the new setup and everything, the sound stuff and so on, so on. It's a lot of stuff that I need to test right now because I'm actually on the new software, so I will see. Maybe I will be also in future on the new PC. I will see. So right now I'm just going for the drink, be right back, and we're gonna start. Okay, I'm back. I just need to set the mic a little bit better because I like see nothing. Yeah, this is better. Okay, I will probably go. First of all, I need to show you something because a lot of players actually don't know this, and it's actually worldwide. You can use it on every specific part of this game. If you go inside of your guild hall, actually swap the screen like now, so you'll see everything. Yes, like I saw it. Actually, at this point, is this guild hall, but every guild hall got this like NPC. This NPC here is actually helping you to get more experience on the specific amount of like stuff you're doing inside of the whole game. So you can get more here, probably, maybe less. Actually, just hit the chat, guys. If the music isn't too loud, I might give it like a little bit less noisy, so I'm not shouting over the music too much. At this point, you can take the like we can call it like the boosts here, and you have permanent boost. So for example, for me, I actually make sure I'm using this one, the red one, because it's actually increase your world versus war experience gain. So actually it's gonna help you a bit, not this bar, but actually the world versus bar. It's gonna help you with the levels, right? Really important on the terms of like every rushes and everything that is got in the game. So this is one stuff you need to always have. Yeah, I actually was kind of want to say something to this, but this is actually on the reward track. So this differences between these two is like between those two is like this. This one is for these tracks, and that one, the red one, is for normal like leveling stuff. So actually you need to have it. This buff must be like this one. This must be like all on your characters, so it actually help you with the leveling. Another important stuff, if you have the like I can say like Jumped in Wilds expansion, you just go, I need to go like this right now. You need to go out of the guild hall and actually take your homestead portal, so like this. And the stuff, it's not big deal, but kind of good, I think. Every time you just end the game and stuff, whatever you are doing, PvE, PvP, what versus what, whatever you're doing, park your characters here. Why? Because after that, you're getting this buff. I got it already. So for more like 15 minutes, so it's like kind of good. And it's giving you 15% experience increase in the open world and 6% reward track and PvP and world versus world track. So actually you're getting like pretty much experience up. It's like 16% only from the buffs, so that's actually good. You need to have the current say here, it's you need to be in this for the 4 hours, let's say. But what is not said here, it's you can be offline. You don't need to like have AFKing 4 hours here online in the game. You just park here the character and goodbye. 4 hours later you come, you got a buff. So that's another portion of experience. If you will be talking like for the, I'm just gonna start the game to not only showing you like stuff around, but actually showing you the important stuff. But another portion of that is actually every like 7 days you can visit this guy in every map, and actually this guy will give you the like some levels, some like boosters and so on. This kind of boosters is actually 15 minutes, but it's 50% increase experience, so really good. And these experience boosters, sorry, we need to go out of the word again. So this experience boosters you getting here on the Dugar side, and the Guild of Heroes banners you can also get from him. And also it's another like 15% experience skills, 15% golds, movement, and the rest of the stuff is also important. These ones can be like obtained by you can like definitely don't have infinite of amount, but you can actually get them like if you using the Wizard's Vault. You will do like this. You will buy the lovers here. Actually, be careful because there's like the bunch of something here. So that means, yeah, I got only like 29 available right now. So I need to like kind of save them because I actually don't know the refresh time, but it was like really long period of time because I just spending them a lot. And after you got laureates, you're gonna open them in your inventory and you're gonna buy these experience boosters. Actually, there's item boosters, laureate boosters and stuff. So actually, you're gonna buy a bunch of these. And after you're heading the world versus world, it's actually the fastest way how you get in the level that you need to be. Like, I think like the first pillar of that is like 1k 800. It should be the, if I remember it correctly, 800 here. It should be that if you got 800 level here, I've got actually how much, 6018 and 18 6018. And so sorry for that, I just speak for a longer period of time in Czech. Right now I'm speaking English, so it's kind of like squeezy. You will have all the perks here fully opened. If you are on 800 level, it's the like the minimum you need to have everything maxed, and after that everything's gonna be a little bit better, because that's some of the players don't even look on that and just randomly throwing the stuff here. But actually that's the like, if you look on that, that's like 20% reduced DPS from the guard slots and supervisors. Actually, sometimes it's really hard depending, but if you're fighting the SM tier 3 against the Lord with the Iron Hide or like the 50% damage reduction, so it's gonna be like pretty long to kill him, plenty of players around you trying to kill you and get you from the SM, he's gonna actually help you a lot. Same with the God Killer, it's gonna increase your DPS and giving another important boon. So actually there's a lot of stuff hidden inside of this, and especially this. If you like starting with something and want to improve on something and you got some points, I will read. Another point of that is actually a lot of players don't do correct way how you gonna maximize the stuff. First of all, you need to glide and you need to use the workload. So that means you need to have like 1 or 2 points in workload, after that gliding, so actually you can glide and move. And I actually will say that you don't need to go fully to the master, because that's not like everything you need. You just need like 3-4 points here. Gliding, actually gliding, you should be maxing the gliding because it's important. After this, you should be aiming definitely for the build master, because it's increased the capabilities. You can like spending the supplies, also supply capacity. So one of these you should definitely aim, because it's gonna help you to build faster or improves building, and also takes more supplies. Same with this. This is also like you're gonna pick supply fast, so actually you can repair and supply master take a little bit later. But another point should be like you should be aiming for one from the sieges, right? So actually you can aim at this point like any siege, only one siege. So you can go fully max on the AC, and after that you should be fully go defense, and after that guard killer, after that mercenaries bane, and after that the rest. Okay, so this is actually like, yeah, okay, let's I forgot the provision master was always somewhere here, so actually they just changed the order of the stuff. So the provision masters actually improves the ability to gather loot, grant access to the wars and the war table provision. So what actually this do, you actually need to have fully update this. So I actually will change my mind on that. You go work mastery, war gliding, full provision, and after that the rest that I said, because it's gonna give you the unlocks here. And also, not all players know what this do actually. It's gonna open you all these slots here with the relics, with the stuff, with the like runes and so on, so you can spend and so on, right? So this is another point. Another point is these chests. You can get these chests by like participating in the events and so on. So actually if you open it, you see a lot of stuff. Actually don't know what to do. This is familiar because all of you know this from the open world. Actually you can do this, but after that you should be farming these and these, because the badges are really good for the amount. You can use the permanent portable provision. That's actually really good because you can buy some sieges here if you need, and so on. So actually it's gonna help you with this. And the badge of honor is actually really good for the buying the stuff. Another important stuff here is that if you want to buy something, every player just saying, hey man, I need something, I want to play this, I want to play that, and I don't have the like proper equipment for that. Actually the what was solved pretty easy. Like you can go for the Black Lion, right? So it's gonna be like for some golds, some decent amount of golds or whatever you're gonna go, just go for the weapons, ammo, everything you need. Just set a prefix or the stats you need, exotics, boom, and it's like much more expensive. But if you head to this bot here, and one important stuff that I should say on the Black Lion, actually that's not correct. So for example, if you want Minstrel, if you want Celestial and stuff, it's really expensive and barely hard to get. So if you go to this vendor here, it's actually for the badge of the honor, and you got everything here without stats. So actually if I buy anything, you got heavy, medium, light, weapons, everything. Also at the heavy, careful on that, because this is not inside of the like medium and light. I actually think that should point one stuff here, like one additional bag here, to give there the accessory, because right now it's on the heavy. So if I will buy like this amulet for example, and I say, hey, okay man, I just want to play like full Minstrel, so I just gonna type here Minstrel and boom, set it up, and I've got full equipment and barely for the like quarter of the price. Yeah, I need the badge of honor. Okay, but actually it's pretty expensive, pretty less expensive. It's easy, it's fast to get, and also it's gonna help you like, yeah, I want to test this class, I've got the badge, I want to test this build, but I need the equipment. Okay, right now I have it. Okay, way less stressful for your like whole gold management and so on, because you got like everything here, right? You're gonna buy everything what you want, you're gonna test it. Oh, I don't mind, it's not fun for me, I need to change that. Okay, you're gonna change another class, another elite spec, another build, and you can play easy. This is why I also swapping with a lot of builds. I actually have some of my equipment with the like ascended stuff, but actually I'm running the mind power. That's actually everything that I'm using, the combination of Marauder and Berserker, so it's mostly for the Zerging. After that I'm going Sela, because I'm using Sela most of the time when I'm like going open world. So actually it's that I'm not using the Celestial stuff in the World vs. World. Actually I think this stuff should be banned in World vs. World, same like in PvP, because actually how the game evolve, how many classes, how many elite specialization and stuff around is so powerful right now. If you're gonna pick these, you're actually unbeatable, and if you're gonna like dual link on 1vx somebody and get a little practice, you're gonna kill everybody over the period of time, because they lose the breath, they just do one mistake, you're gonna kill them, because this like stats are crazy on roaming, and this top stuff. Another stuff I got healer, so the minister one. Another I've got roaming, so that's my like stuff that I'm using on roaming. I'm actually using demolisher with a pair of some stuff, so actually it's getting pretty decent mitigation, because this build versus the marauder has got like 500 plus on the armor right now. As I was like checking this stuff around the percentage and stuff, it's like 20% mitigation from the strike DPS, and most of the roaming builds are strike DPS oriented. Yeah, some of them are like Celestial, some of them are like Condi stuff, but that's the different kind. But actually it's gonna really reduce the pressure on you, so it's really good. And the last one I'm using right now, testing at the moment, I'm trying Diviner with the some like Marauder stuff. Actually I bought it I think like a few days ago, I don't know, actually maybe more, and I didn't use it, I don't know, because the new Renegade is actually approaching to the World vs. World, and for the squads and Zerg plays it seems pretty fine. Lol, now you say all this, I'm fixing my characters to have the guild buffs and parking in Homestead. Yeah, you only need max out provision master on one character to put the biographs from the merchant. You don't need to put in max on your mine. Yeah, actually, like you said. Very useful for new players. I've maxed everything out now, but I didn't have the kind of help at the beginning, and it's great what you are doing. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. Actually, this is I think actually this is kind of missing in every country, and I think every like veteran player in not only what was world but in the whole game, because like this game got more pillars like PvE, open world, PvP, and the what was 4 pillars in the game, and each pillar is like specific. Not all players playing all 4 modes. For me, I'm most of the time playing World vs. World, and sometimes like 20% of my time I'm playing open world stuff. So if I'm holding a lot of time here, actually it's really good to say the players like the way you learn, because new players that's coming in the game don't have kind of knowledge. Sometimes this knowledge is not even say anywhere. You don't find it on YouTube, you don't find it anywhere. And I'm not talking the English, because like right now I'm talking in English, so it's like the language for like whole world, but actually it should be due by your like born language, right? Your language that is in your country, because there are a lot of players that actually, for example in Czech Republic, a lot of players that's playing this game, Czechs, and some of them actually don't learn English. They going, for example, German, or they don't learn any kind of these languages, because like they play this game, and if you're just going, that's a really long period of time how the players are playing this game, how many players, how old are them, and so on. So it's like they don't even know any single word in English. So it's really good to improve them and say them this, because it's gonna really help them to like get inside of the game, like buffs and so on. And I forgot one important stuff. You should be actually aiming for the food. Sorry for the mess in my inventory, but I actually don't mind. One thing, you need to have correct food. For example, for a lot of players doing this bad, I actually make a mess with this. I think I know that, but I think it should be said right now. A lot of players, I actually swap this because, or maybe I have something here in our guild. Yeah, I've got this. A lot of players actually using this, okay? Boom. Yeah, it's War vs. World, it's outdooring, healing concentration stuff, and DPS stuff, and so on. Actually, this food is only good inside of the Zerging. Not the most of the time for the like roaming, havocing, bomb squatting, and so on. So the nourishment you got here is actually increased. Healing and stuff is actually really good. Magic fine, gold fine, War vs. Gain, and so on. But this is gonna help you if you're playing in a large scale with commander and so on. If you're like playing alone and on some specific builds, you should be using like these nourishments. Why? Because it's 100% chance to get might. I don't mind that. But what is important, 40% to endurance regeneration. So that means this yellow buster here actually is filling pretty faster when you got this buff on you, or this food on you, what are you gonna call it? Okay, I'm not talking like right now the enchantments and so on, but actually only about the nourishment of the food. Same with these. Actually, holographic super cakes are the, I think, the only way you should be using when you're going roaming, soloing, 1vx, and so on. It's actually increase your endurance regeneration, it's got magic fine, and you're getting health every second. So it's actually 2 buffs in one. It's got small, I don't know, it's like, between 100 and 200 HP per second, but actually it's a lot, or maybe between 50 and 200. So it's actually kind of help for your sustain in these fights, especially when you want to kite back from the enemy, right? Because if you're kiting back from the enemy, you're actually trying to CC him or get from the range of his and try to like wait for the CDs, and so in that time you actually have the endurance regeneration, so you can dodge more, and you got health regeneration. So good. And for the rest of the stuff, actually it depends on if you're using sharpening stones, if you're using tuning clisters for power condi builds, or you are using like the oils, right? But this stuff is like pretty cheap, man. It's 7, so if you throwing like 100 of them or 110 of them and throw it in your bank, you can have them and just split them. And another stuff that actually don't players do a lot, because if you use the Citral, I hope. Nope, it's Alt. It's Alt, yeah, I hold it back. I was the Citral from that. You're going left Alt and just move it, and you can split these stacks. So actually, if you need to spread them between the more than one characters, you can have it, right? It's really useful for doing it with the sieges. For example, if you like need to spread sieges between your 2 commanding characters. Really good. Okay, so this is another portion. So actually, if you count these together, it's really improving your stuff. Actually, right now I'm just going for the some roaming stuff, so I'm gonna just swap for the boom where I have the test. This open quit, yeah, this. Why do I have this here? Boom. Oh, the blue took it. The blue took it. There. Answer build. Power build. It's not clear fight because it was like more players around me on him. But you see, actually, I even don't like. I got like bad food right now. You see, my HP wasn't down. But if I will be like on the current food, so like this, it's gonna be more better. And you see, I got 25k HP. Actually, it's for debuffing because we don't have the keep and so on. So it's gonna be like pretty low. I'm actually sitting on the top of 20k. For the roaming, you should be aiming for 20k. 20k should be like the minimum, I can say, for the roaming nowadays, because in the previous years and so on, actually the roaming was like a bit more fair. Not many players playing Celestial, and especially right now they're just moving in the groups like for 3 of them. So actually 3 thieves, you can barely do anything. Maybe just try to run, that's only. But back in the days, actually it was like a bit more better on roaming, and the players a bit more respect. When you 1 versus 1 player, just the fight started. They don't have right now everybody adding, right? So you barely hit the player like going 1 versus 1 or 1 versus 2. 1 versus 2 is right now the situation that was like in the years ago that we got like 1 versus 1, right? Right now it's you versus 2 at least. And nobody can say anything else about that. It's like it is. War versus War is right now not about the roaming. I actually support the idea that the Wallon and guys was doing like a couple of years or months ago. Make a War versus War great again. This is actually what should be aiming for right now. Like improve the stuff, the stability, maybe increase the stuff amongst the border on the terms of numbers. How many players can be on the border? For example, for EBG, I definitely don't see the problem to have 150 players on the EBG. It's gonna be more fun, and 100 players on each other specific border. But to compare that, they need to fix the difference between roaming and the zerging, because right now that is a little bit solved. You got builds, you need more like tanky ones, you need more DPS ones, so on. You got Minister and Power, but definitely they should be removing the Celestial from what was or at least, for example, if I've got like Celestial here, like this this chest plate don't have 63 but like 33. I will like 50% lower all the stuff here. So actually, if you want to play it, you need to know still how to play that class, not just randomly smashing the buttons for me and wait after 3 minutes that the opposite team player actually make a mistake, or it's 5 minutes so they get bored and just move outside and run. So actually, that's all. So in PvP, this actually is not allowed. I think Celestial in PvP is not allowed right now, and I think this should be also same in the World vs. World. Because trust me, it's gonna, like, this one specific stuff is gonna actually improve the experience and the World vs. World itself, because, or they, like, they don't need to nerf the Celestial, but definitely they after that need to do much more work, because they will need to aim the builds that using the Celestial in World vs. World. And it's gonna be a bunch of work, because that's a like trait lines on the thieves, on the evokers, on the like elementalists, on the mesmers, and this kind of like classes that using Celestials, that actually if you nerf the trait lines much, it's gonna harm the whole Zerging and like power specs, right? So it's kind of harder to like manage that. But if you go like the terms, yeah, let's like bundle Celestial, 50% reduction on every stat, and it's gonna solve everything, in my opinion right now. Okay, so I'm just rounding around this key, because I think if we get in or not, yeah, we are in. Oh, we are gathering that. I just dropped from the mount. Boom. To the topic about the boosters. Use the boosters wisely. Okay, so that means I will open them only when I know that we got guild run. Sometimes on the rush, definitely you just spam them on the rush, because it's increasing your stuff around. But you can still do the decent amount of work if you're just opening them, even on open tag, on anybody else, that you see that the open tag is here and it's content here. Definitely open it. It's gonna help you to get more stuff around. It's gonna be like more easy to get everything, so it's good. They leave it to us. Nice. Now they got tier 1 camp. I need to go there. Ball. Let's go. I was actually wondering if I will show you my trade lines and stuff that I'm actually playing in the World vs. World, because I'm just like swapping them a lot, really a lot. Oh, there's a Berserker. Ah, that will be Condi, right? Yeah. And the second one. Maybe I can try to like hit the Berserker fast. He will be like doing crazy stuff, yeah. So I need to block. There's a second guy there, so I need to play a bit more patient. But this guy don't pay attention right now. He can be maybe smashed. Don't know, maybe they killed me. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I need to kite. Oh man, this guy just hit me so hard. I need to like kite fully back. Right now he's vulnerable to my attacks. He's running to his guy, man. What the fuck is that? But I think I can kill that Reaper. I'm just waiting to this guy made a mistake. Sorry, I'm not talking right now, but it's like 2 versus 1 situation, so I need to kite a little bit. And this guy tried to pull me again. I need to go ball on him. He's playing good stuff. I got him. I got him now. He's done. Yeah, that's one. Where's the second one? Where did the warrior go? Don't tell me he's like, go away. That's the one guy. Actually, I was hoping for 2 versus 1. So actually, I don't play 2 versus 1 for a log. Yeah, if you see him run low. Man, where did he go? Where did he go? Actually, the important stuff actually right now, if you got 1 versus X situation, it's really good to stay a bit near. I actually go too far from the Lord, so it's like bad for me because I cannot like rely on his like some CC, some pressure that actually some of the players be disrupted for. So I go too far from him. So, but sometimes it's really good. But I actually think that if the warrior is gonna stay a bit more, I will kill him also. It was easy to see that the Reaper, or I think it was a Reaper, used everything he got. And after that I can like rage him. So this is about the kiting, like you need to go forward and back sometimes. And most of the time I was like talking before the dueling about my build. I actually don't show you the full build because I will do the guide for that, but actually what I'm playing right now, as I was saying, I'm playing Marauder with Devilisher stuff together with the Fog Rune and the bow and the GS. I'm not using the sword and shield. I actually don't want to say it bad, but I like think I'm experienced a bit, so I can go and win, or I'm gonna lose. I don't mind. I definitely don't play the sorry for the word, the pussy builds that's gonna like hold you for a ton of the time with the celestial stuff and with the trades, and on the top of that got the shield. So this is it, but that's actually my opinion on that. And for the build, you can go the invocation or retribution, depends. Invocation, salvation on retribution, invocation and conduit. But I think they will come for me right now. With the Lord here, actually, it's gonna be really hard to like do anything. I need to kite first these blinders. It's gonna help me a lot because the blind they apply, it's really annoying if you want to hit the combo or something like that. It's gonna really harm you play. I'm surprised they didn't come still. Maybe they are still on the camp and trying to get my camp, but whatever. Right now you see I got more blend right now, so it's gonna be more harder for me to land the stuff. Man, how come this guy is getting come to the combat 30 times? So ah, yeah, there you go. But I can probably range those a bit. Yeah, this is the Reaper again. I will go a little bit back and try to kill these. Okay, nice. He's going alone. Can I pull him here a bit? Yeah, definitely. He's going like for tons of the stuff. So boom, 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 boom. Yeah. He's playing Reaper, but he's got really tough sustain, man. Try to do my tactic. Good. He tries good, and he's done. I will leave him here if any other players come, so I got like more opportunity to kite around him. And also I need him to like do the stuff around to kill the NPCs. Man, they got Ironhide. What? These NPCs are really tough, man. I don't need to kill this lot, man. Not bad. We will see if the cavalry come or not. You know the stuff you should be doing all the time when you're roaming, like me right now, or 2-5 players. Camps, sentries, doesn't matter if you are on this, yeah, it doesn't matter. If you are on this border or anywhere else, you just should be aiming for this. Because you're actually slowing the enemy supply to get this stuff around to more tiers, like more shields above them. So it's more like tanky and so on. This is stuff here. Ouch. Oh, Reds took it. But this guy is bronze, man, so it's probably a new player versus where he's trying to learn the stuff. So it's kind of good. He tries to learn the stuff. But he's good. I actually must admire that I like these types of players that actually like go in and another. Oh, there's a thief, man. Ah. That will be definitely, man, definitely the thief with like... What's gonna be? What's gonna be? It's mine. Try to like do this around me, try to heal skill so I got more pressure on him. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's playing this, man. Actually, you can kill the thief. You can kill the thief, any thief, with this build, because it's actually bad that they need to use like this dodge. They are like fatigued for the time, so they need to kite back. But I got like more kiting too, so I hope so that I can like, yeah, there are 2, 3 or what? Yeah, 2. Yeah, 2 versus the 1 on the veteran. And actually I stopped like focusing on the fighting, so that was good for them. This was the time that I should like fully pull back, because the thief can like... The thieves with the swords right now like are cancer. They are like killing crazy, like 5k to the builds. They hit me like 3k, so I got like a lower DPS, but not so much. Here a group at Valkyrie. But I think the rogue was like normal power. Or rogue, thief, sorry, thief. I hope they come here. I got advance on my home. I'm gonna take it for the fire and try to defend it. If not fire, yeah, fire's not having this. So I'm gonna stay like this and try to like kite down it. Can I port up? No. Yeah, but the tips, like actually, the chat is actually kind of go about the tips and so on. The one important stuff, because actually we kind of like get to that yesterday with Slicky on voice after his crazy good commanding run. It was like total farm. The options. A lot of guys actually think that the game is lagging a lot in the big fights and so on. Actually, it's not lagging so much. Yeah, sometimes it's on the internet. Sometimes, yeah, if the like 350 squads on one point, that's the latency and lagging because you're pressing one and everybody just staying seems like freezing because the counting. But the rest of the time, like the rest of the... Oh, man, you come for another? Let's go. Man, now I've got money. Backup here. Now we have backup. Oh, 5 guys is here. Nice. For that option stuff, in the options, if you like go there and a lot of players saying, hey, I've got like FPS like 150. This is nice number, man, but my number here when it comes to the Zerging is like around the 60, maybe 60 to 70, maybe less, I don't know. What you need to do, like if you got the 30 FPS and below in the fights, you need to lower the graphics, and that doesn't matter if you got like top PC, top whatever you're gonna go, because the Guild Wars 2 supports only 4 cores at once. So even you got 20 core, even got 50, 70, it's gonna help you a bit, but it's different, right? So first of all, you need to go graphics and you need to use these settings. I actually don't go full the settings and reading this. Actually, I have the shadows on low. Look on my frame per second. If I go none, it's go like 10 more, and I've got pretty decent setup right now. So textures is not affecting anything. If you go like low and got good graphic cards, actually it's taking the graphic card stuff. So you see it's not affecting anything. So if I go like high, it's fine. If I will be like here on high, because a lot of players using high here, look how many FPS I'm gonna lose. It's like 30 FPS here where nobody's fighting. So if I go low, it's like 130. Okay, so only shadows can affect so much, man. Another point is that I actually have low, so because I was talking to the Slicky about that, and he's here again. No, that's the domain language. That's the what? DPS Lumi? No, that's support Lumi. Oh, okay. Right now, I want to dev this definitely, but I want to talk right now, and because there is the different kinds of setup right now, I don't know if it will be like easy for us to hold it. We will see. This is kiting, and because that's a support, but this is Weaver with staff. No, with spear. If they come here, I should definitely go for the Weaver, because I don't think the Luminary is capable of support the light class so heavy. So I will try this guy. I will try to open him from the start so he cannot react so fast. Because the spear is really ranged weapons, so he needs to be like in front of me all the time. So if I'm trying to be stick on him all the time, he cannot do the attacks, he cannot do anything. Right, like this. He cannot, you see, he barely can touch me. He barely can touch me right now. Because if we like going like this, and also the guy from the fire from our guild actually split the forces, it's actually be easy for us to like get them. Yeah, that's one. And there's the second one. Good job. And this is about what I like about the roaming, about our alliance, about players. Actually, we can stick together, man. We can stick together and we can def like this. To the options, back to the options. So you should be using the desk. Actually, if you still have the issues, I'm using shaders on high because the shaders is really advanced technology, I think, in the terms of everything, because it's actually how everything looks really nice. If you go shaders like low, everything's go like this, right? It's gonna improve the stuff, but the shaders are like, it's not improving so much, right? Because it's using more GPU, as I think, because it's also written here, right? There's also written which can improve performance for low-end GPU. Low-end GPU, what does it mean? You got everything under 2060, I think. 2060 under that is low GPU right now, in the terms of how it's gonna work. And character model limit, you definitely should be on low, because it's actually showing, if you look on this guy from Or right now, if I go lowest, I try to show you on that. If I go like pretty far from that guy, you see, and medium, oh, how is post? It should be working here also. They fix it. Maybe it's lowering like full description of the zerging. So actually, if you got still problems, I actually thought it's working like the open world, because it's, if you're going lower, you see less players in the distance, but it's actually also affecting the area around you. So in the world versus world, it's probably setting up back to the stuff around you. So low is actually good, and if you got still issue with the FPS, go lowest, because it's gonna show less players around. But to the point, you need low because you got more. To the model quality, actually the low is fine, because if you got low, I got the player here, you see anything around him, and actually some kind of stuff. If I go lowest, is actually default Asura look. Actually, it's improve your performance. You see 10 FPS, because it's actually showing the current state of every characters in the game. If I'm going like full highest, actually he's be shining like the diamond. If I'm going low, it's actually stay still good for the eye, but it's not like this way, right? So actually low is decent. To the top of this, best texture filtering, you should be definitely avoid this. I'm using that because I'm testing my performance issues and the stuff that I actually can get out of my PC. So I got texture filtering. You should be actually have it like this normally. Only effect lot. What effect lot do actually is that it's actually showing, because I'm actually playing the instant, I'm not playing fast. It's actually, I will read it just a second. It's actually showing you the effect lots. Everything that is yours is actually should be white, like the support stuff and so on. So the circles are gonna be white, so you see if you're standing inside of the red circles of the enemy or white circles of your own supports. So that is important. Boom. Instant, and yeah, and let's go to this. I actually leave the bloom because I kind of like the bloom effect it's going, but the rest of the stuff should be definitely out. Light rays, distortion, selection, outline, I actually leave. Ambient occlusion, depth blur, light adaptation I'm using because it's actually giving more light to the game, so it's also good for streaming and so on. So in this option is actually good. What you should be also do is that if you still got the problems, you should be using the trust me or not, if you got like really older PC, if you go music interval from short to longer and you're gonna like go lower, it's gonna may improve. Oh, it's not this, man, sorry, it's not this. Oh, they changed this. I actually remember there was like fast dialogues and so on, but it's not here anymore, so they probably turn it off. There was like in the previous, there was something like not music interval, it was different. It was like something around the audio stuff. It's short, it's fast and short, and if you go short, you got 10%, like 10 FPS on some PCs. But that's actually not here, so it's easy. You can ignore this, what I'm just talking. And what you want to do in the general options, I will write, Bliscop is writing medium is fine. I don't know what you mean medium is fine, for what actually? Hi. Oh, cool, bloom. Yeah, bloom is actually good because you kind of like see a bit more, but maybe that's my personal preferences and I don't see much stuff around it, but on some PCUs can lower the output. On the general stuff, actually, you don't need to copy my stuff. I actually got some stuff more, but definitely you should be like skill show recharge, show charge health percentage, automatically expand view. I actually use thick party health bars, only party health bars, because I know my party. I see my party in the fights. They got thicker bars. I don't use thick squad bars because it's actually override that you don't see the party. And here. Yeah. Important stuff here on the settings. Yeah. Yeah. Don't use the free camera. One more setting. Yeah, adjust camera character height. This is really important, guys. I will show you something. Actually, I'm saying the stuff that actually I was saying like 3 years ago to my players. Actually, this is game changer, man. I even don't notice if I just don't see it on my eyes. I'm playing char character, pretty high character. Look on that right now. If I want to like look on the over the wall, right, without this, I barely see anything still because it's really high wall, so I need to look like higher ground, so I can see like enemy here, for example. Look, same camera setup, I'm just far and I'm just going the adjust camera to the high, boom, and I'm lower. You see, this giving you like, maybe some of the players like say, hey man, you are too more to details, it's like small square, but small squares, it's actually winning the fights on some characters. On some fights, not some characters. It's actually increasing your view over the top, so actually you see more, so it's good. In the combat movement, actually I want to get to this. You need to have like meal assist fully out, because this way I can easy go that if I'm just press the skill, it's not fully take like this. If I'm go melee skill, if I got meal assist, it's actually trying to aim the closest character. So this should be like turn it off too. Auto targeting is same. Promote skill targets to assist. No, low ground target at maximum skill range. That's if you're playing like this. That means that if I'm using foreign bow, I cannot go farther than the skill can reach. Some of the players don't use it because they actually like to use it wherever they want, because they see like this circle, you see it's like red and I can put it everywhere, but I cannot reach. Only green I can reach. If you go clock targeting, actually it's gonna lock on the range at maximum, so it's really good and helping with everything. It's really good, really good. Disable area effects, double tap to evade, stop auto targeting. This is good. All skill retargeting. Actually, all skill retargeting is the stuff that I'm using a lot. You see me a lot. I don't know if I can do it on demand, but I actually do it naturally. If, for example, I've got this target and I'm gonna go like this and go, it's gonna stop and retarget on that target, right? So it's like this. It's possible. But I want to see the disable skill highlighting. No. That's probably everything. And also when you can use some of the players actually using the stuff that actually they go like none. Not none. Disabled? Or how was that, man? No, this, everyone. You see the dots right now. I'm using only enemies, but some of the players actually using the in the World vs. Warfare, but the orientation in the fights, it's actually, some of them are saying it's really better if they fight to see your own squad if you're going like everyone, not none, but everyone, because you see the dots over your players, right? You see you are green and you don't see anything around, you see only guild and the dot, right? Some of the players saying it's better. I actually prefer this because I see the name and so on, but that's my opinion. But this simple nameplate's actually fixing the stuff. You're actually seeing the real players, only the players in the fights, and enemy is gonna have red dot or blue dot, depends. It's gonna be enemy. So this is it. I need to drink, man. Give me a second. Oh, finally, and I forgot to give here the improvement. So we go, do I have anything more here? We go healing mist, and right now we're going for the another tip. It's what to use inside of these. Actually, to the camp is really good to interrupt the enemy roamers, disturbing you with your own supply, giving the supply depot, sabotage depot, right? If they're gonna take the camp, zero supply. So that means they can do nothing. They cannot take 150 supplies to go for the towers and stuff. They must have their own. If there is 5 players, they can build like few sieges, not like six, seven katas, right? So it's like it is. And healing mist is good. You can actually use here whatever you want. Healing mist is good because it's heal allies at the objective. So actually, if you are in situation 3 versus 6, for example, you're gonna pull this. Actually, it's gonna help you heal and focus the targets. Guys, if you got any questions or anything, you can type. Some of the players actually around me typing in the chat normally here, or whispering me, or you can type inside of the chat on the YouTube. Boom. This camp is still ours. Oh, that's a tier 1 camp. Let's move there. How much time is here for that? It's 1 minute. Oh, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait 1 minute. It costs 1 minute to actually know that players and enemy cannot use this object to reinforce their stuff. Okay, guys, be right back. Okay, guys, be right back. Family just arrived, so I just need a few minutes. Guys, I'm back. So basically, this is what I was to say. Maybe I want to finish something about that, because I actually don't want to be here like whole day. I just testing the stuff, so it's 1 hour since I start streaming, so it's actually pretty fast. The time's going fast. Another important stuff about the option is you should be, if you want, I forgot almost on one of these tips, you shouldn't be playing in the window with full screen mode. Actually playing that because I've got like streaming stuff and actually moving between the two screens, so it's like that. But you should be like, it's enough to go like full screen, 1920, 1080. It's actually decent. It's actually decent. And also like go interface like small, man. Small is good. Okay, so this is it, and I think this was one another tip that I want to say. Okay, and the controls, actually, you need to set one thing. This is actually the last step I want to go. You need to have tab for the next enemy, 50 subtlety on the call target and alert. So that means if I'm calling like this is from my sub squad, and if I'm going like Shift T, it's gonna actually showing the can I go like this, right? You see, but this is usually the commander stuff. You can have the personal target and stuff. I actually use the next enemy, not nearest enemy, but the next enemy. Some of the players using normal, but I'm using the next enemy because it's actually swapping between them. I got this like from the era of World of Warcraft, so it's good. Lock the target is actually good because sometimes if you're like playing like this and you need to kite back from the enemy, it's gonna be like you're moving forward and you need to kite like, and you need to move. So that means I'm gonna go swap weapons, use the number 6, it's gonna disappear from my target. I can retarget, disappear, retarget, disappear, and this is the lock target. Actually, if I see more enemies coming, disappear and can move. So I don't need to use like escape for that. So this is what the lock target is doing right now. It's really, really, really important to have it. And I think it's one of the important stuff if you want to lever your like play style. Same with the about face. About face is really decent. You're just moving forward and just backward. So this is it. So this is it. Basically, that's all, guys. Really thank you, and see ya on the next future upcoming event. I hope you enjoy the tips. See ya next time, and have a nice day. See ya.